Welcome back to math. Today we're going to be talking about Unit 6 or Module 6, Lesson 2. We're in geometry. This is a cool one because it talks about stuff we've never seen. What's a square? What's a square? Well, that's what they used to call old people that weren't with it, but that's not the kind of square we're talking about now. This is a picture of a square. If you notice, it is does anybody know what angle this is? What angle is this?
90 degrees.
It's a 90-degree angle. We put it like that, 90 degrees. That's what a square does. You might see somebody that makes cabinetry or wood, things out of wood, they use this square. So it says use a square to draw a line. Whoa, what's that big giant word right there? I'm unfamiliar with that. Perpendicular. Perpendicular. What? What's perpendicular? Well, I'll tell you what perpendicular is. You're with the right guy today for perpendicular. Perpendicular is the 90-degree angle, and it's going to say draw a line perpendicular to the x-axis. Aha! Remember last time I told you we're going to call the line that goes horizontally, or it could be this way. They called it x. They called that one x. And they said draw a perpendicular to the x-axis. That's these lines. See the x? That's an x-axis. This is an x-axis. And this is an x-axis. And we're going to draw a line through points P, Q, oh yeah, P, Q, and R. Now, as you can see, we have P here, right? So we're just going to put our square like this. And I'm going to try to get it. Am I there? Yeah, I'm there enough. Okay. Let me erase this line. Oh man, I got rid of my square. Well, you know what a square is. Another thing I can use, let's say you're going, Mr. McGuire, we don't have squares in our classes. Guess what? You could use a file folder. Lay it right on here like this. Match up the line on the bottom. And keep this, you want to line this up. And then we're to our dot here, we're going to draw a line. That's all we're going to do. You're going, Mr. McGuire, I don't have a file folder like this. That's okay. Use a piece of white paper. That works just as good. You can place the paper on there. Boom. You got yourself a square. So let's do it. Let's draw a line that is perpendicular. Wow, I am really close there on my perpendicular line, right? But I'm not quite. Luckily, I have a nice little tool on my computer. See the way I went right through the line? I'm going to put a little arrow up here. I can put a little arrow down here. This is called, does anyone remember from last time, what axis is this? It is y-axis. X-axis is horizontal. Y-axis is perpendicular to the x, which means it's vertical. It goes up and down. The x goes side to side. But you're going, Mr. McGuire, this one's an x-axis too. Right, it is. But guess what? Boom, we can put whoa. Check it out. There's this is 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees, and we did what? A vertical line. We call the vertical line what?
Y.
Y-axis. So here's our X, here's our Y. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I'm going to erase these, and I'm going to do them on the computer, okay? So bear with me. This is 90 degrees. We put a square, Y, Because we use that square to make the line, right? That's why we put a little square there. It's special. Everything that has a square like that is 90 degrees. That's what this square means. You may not use this square at any other time. So this is a perpendicular line, y, right? This is our x line, and there's our point Q, right? Point Q. Here's our other line. Whoa, they put the point on the line. Does that make any difference to us? No. We're just going to go ahead and use our square, and we're going to draw a line, right? So we'll draw our line through here. Not too bad. I'm doing this freehand. Are you impressed? Not really. Thanks. Appreciate it. Whoop. And this was R, is that correct? Yeah. And this is 90 degrees. That's what that means. This is our y-axis. This is our x-axis. And we used our square to draw perpendicular lines, P, Q, and R. That's the way that's done. As you can see down here, this is important because, as you can see, what line is this down here? Anybody? Yeah, it's an X. What line is this one? It's a Y. And this one is what? Perpendicular, 90 degrees. So, what do we do first? If you notice, it has the X in this box and it has the Y in this box. Do you see that? Do you see that? So, here we go. I need you to do this with me with your arm. I want you to go with your arm and go using your big muscle group so we can remember it. X goes first, X goes first, and then Y goes second. Y goes second. Okay, so what does that mean? I'm looking for X2. That means I start at my origin and I'm going to count over 1, 2. I'm at 2, right? I did my X first, right? I counted over on my X first. Now, it's asking me to go Y. How do I do that? Y is up and down, right? Why is it that way? I don't know, but it is. So, 5. So we're going to go up 5, right? So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. What shape is that? Triangle, right. So we're going to write that down. Triangle. All right, we got that. And then we're just going to do each one just like that. But remember, you have to count over on X first, then you can count up to Y. Then it says, which shape is 2 units from the Y-axis? Is there any shapes that are 2 units away from the y-axis? That means this is y. Here's 1 unit. Ooh, there's 2 units, 3 units, 4 units from y, 5 units from y, 6 units from y. Do you get that? Does that make sense? Hope it does. Which shape has an x-coordinate of 0? Ooh. X of 0. What is X again? Show me with your arms. Yes, it's like this. So we're not going to go anywhere at all, are we, on our X? No. What's the only thing on the Y-axis? Yes, it's that one. That's our answer for this. So, can you guys do that all on your own? I think you can. Go over this video again if you need to. Keep going over it. Practice your arm movement of X goes first, Y goes second, and move your arms so you can get that muscle memory going. And then once you do that, you're going to go, oh, I love this, because You might get on a test and you'll go X and then move your arm and you'll remember it like that. It'll be great. I love math.